It's time now for County-Wide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join Paul David and Brad Miller as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics that affect all our lives here in Yavapai County. And now, here's today's County-Wide.
Good day and welcome to the program. Brad Miller with you on County-Wide, and we're happy to welcome back into our studio. Margie Beach is here, Gary Wagner from Rainbow Acres, and hello to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Smiling faces from Rainbow. Always come in and bring this little rainbow yourselves, and we're happy to have you come in and we chat once, twice a year, maybe not as much as we should, but we're happy to have you come in today, and especially given that coming up on October 26th is going to be a big event at Rainbow Acres, the Friends and Family Fun Fair, I like that, an open house, craft sale, all kinds of great things, and we'll talk plenty about that before we wrap up our show today, so you'll find out more about it. But just want to back up a little bit and talk a little bit more kind of generally about Rainbow Acres. Gary, we've chatted many times over the years, but still not everyone in our community is familiar with Rainbow Acres. So can you give me the 1 minute, here's what we are and here's what we're about?
Absolutely. We're a faith-based residential community for adults with developmental disabilities, and we have both day programs and in-residence programs.
Simple as that.
As simple as that.
There you go. That was about a 15 second.
Well, I can expand on that.
That's I think you said it very well. Let's talk a little bit about, there's a lot of folks, we call them ranchers, residential ranchers, and they're overnight. They live at the ranch.
Yes, we have about 90 that live on the ranch.
90, okay, I was going to ask. Yeah, okay.
And then,
is that full?
No, we have space.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
And the other good news is we are stepping out in faith and building 2 additional new houses.
Okay, so you are expanding.
So we expect to grow a little bit more.
Seems like there's always something happening. Let's talk a little about the day program. I think the last time you were here, that was somewhat new, and it's been going for a little while now. Tell me what that's about.
Well, the day program is an outreach to the Verde Valley to serve adults with developmental disabilities from the age of 16, 18 or older, and it gives us a chance to be of service to the community.
Sure.
And so a day rancher comes out about 8 o'clock in the morning, stays till about 5 or 5:30 in the afternoon. They are assigned to a house, so they have a small group experience with housemates, and they go through the daily activities of crew in the morning and elective activities like choir in the afternoon.
Okay. So very similar, really an identical experience to what what do we say, full-time ranchers, resident?
Ranchers,
I'm not sure how to say it, resident ranchers.
Yeah, day
except
ranchers
for the overnight part.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And day ranchers can come 1, 2, 3 days a week,
okay,
or they can come 5 days a week.
Okay.
We work with the families to find out what's best for their individual. So, and Margie, tell us how many we have.
We have four day ranchers right now.
Okay.
3 women and 1 man.
Okay. I know it's important. We've seen some things about, and whatever it may be, and I apologize if that word disability is wrong, but caregivers for those who have special needs or issues, how important it is for them to be able to take a little break.
Yes.
And it seems like the day that this will work that way as well. It'll be enrichment for the rancher, the day rancher.
Yes.
But for the caregivers too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is a break. And there are not many options for day services for adults living at home in the local community.
Right.
So Rainbow becomes one of those options.
Terrific.
The state helps pay for caregiving relief for families up to the age of out of high school.
Okay.
After that, there's no help.
Yeah.
So we are
could be
there.
And that could change maybe what has happened up until that point in that individual's life. If all of a sudden that access is no longer available because of financial or any other reason, and Rainbow steps in to kind of fill that gap.
And the wonderful thing is, or one of the rarely understood dimensions of adults with developmental disabilities is that the formal education programs ends at about the time many adults with disabilities begin to grow.
Okay.
And so when they come to us, their families are amazed at all the growth. Well, it's because these folks have been developing more slowly, and their growth potential is greater after the age of 22.
Really? So the traditional educational experience
ends at 22.
Will serve, but I mean, we think of K through 12, say,
right.
You know, for most folks. that's only going to be kind of a prelude, if I'm understanding you right, for folks with these kinds of disabilities.
Right.
Well, they're getting shortchanged minus some kind of an experience like this, perhaps.
Yeah,
there's other ways to do it. Well, you're filling in a lot of gaps here then.
Well, the other piece is, as much as families love their individual with a disability, they can't provide all the social connections. They can't provide the growing experiences. They can't provide peer influence that is available at Rainbow.
You've talked to me before, and you always bring a story for us, but we've heard many, many times that is very hard for some caregivers and families to do.
Yes.
Many of the ranchers have come from out of state, from across the nation, from a lot of different places that are distant, and the families will still live there, and the rancher will live now at Rainbow Acres, and that can be very, very, and how could it not be? Send your kid off to college, it's tough, but that can sometimes hinder maybe the experience that one of these folks could enjoy at Rainbow Acres. Yeah. Talk to me about how to deal with that, how the families and the caregivers, that separation, and how to work through that.
The first thing is building a good relationship with the family.
Sure.
And providing them the handholds that allow them to have trust and confidence in us. Many moms think that nobody can provide the care for their loved one the way they do.
Yeah.
And that's true. Nobody else can duplicate mom's care. Right. But they come to a point where they need more than mom's care. Right. And so that's what we work to achieve. Today, what we're finding is our placements are for older adults because they've lived at home until mom and dad get to the point where they can't live at home anymore.
Right.
And so we talk to a lot of families about that kind of need, but sometimes that's too late.
Right.
Both for the family to undergird their rancher financially, and sometimes it's too late because the separation is just too hard.
Right. And there can be that emotional separation, but also, and I think that's what you're saying, is that the caregivers, moms and dads, are getting older themselves.
Right.
Health issues perhaps start to come into it, different kinds of things, so that their own quality of care, God bless them, may start to diminish because of life's natural.
We had a rancher come a couple years ago from out of state, and her mother, she was living with her mother, and her mother had dementia, so the rancher became the mother's caregiver.
Yeah.
And they were literally living hand to mouth. Their food supply was pretty exhausted when the siblings checked in to see how they were doing.
Yeah.
And it was tragic.
Yeah.
The other piece we have, and we encourage people to think about this early, when you're 80 and trying to make a decision like this, it's an astronomical decision, and it requires financial understanding. It understands the distance factor, all of those kinds. We had a lady drive out from Texas last week who's 81 years of age. She's got to put her husband in Alzheimer's care, and she's got this child.
Yeah.
And, the life suddenly came on. She's got to do something. But she had no idea whether she had the resources to do this or not.
Right.
And that's so tragic, because if they'd have started talking about this anytime earlier, we interview and accept people for admission 10 years before they actually come.
Sure.
Because their family want to have the option in place.
Right. Right.
And their financial plans in place.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Yes.
Yeah,
and as Gary was mentioning, the developmentally disabled adults in their early 20s or early 30s are really at the cusp of being able to really do something.
Sure.
And learn and grow. And it's kind of a shame to let them get to be 45 or 50 before they come to Rainbow and take advantage of our program.
If there's anything I've learned about Rainbow over the years, it's not just housing. It's not. I mean,
community. It's
that
community.
would so sell short what you folks have built out there. It's a place to send these folks.
It's much more than that.
It's a world unto its own, and we'll talk more about that. We need to take a short break. From Rainbow Acres in Camp Verde, Gary Wagner and Margie Beach here today. We'll chat more when we come back to Countywide.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size.
We thought you told us.
There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat. Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the program. It's Countywide. Brad Miller with you. Margie Beach, Gary Wagner here from Rainbow Acres. You want to talk about the promising futures?
Sure.
What's that about?
Well, we're eager to have people in the Verde Valley know about Rainbow.
Sure.
And so we have this little program. It's coffee in the morning about 9 o'clock or 9:30 in the morning. We do it two days a month. People come out for coffee. We have a little 40-minute, 45-minute presentation about what Rainbow's all about with some, photographs and stories and things like that. And then it gives us a chance to get acquainted with people in our community.
Sure. Sure.
And to let them know what an awesome place Rainbow Acres really is.
Well,
it is awesome.
Let's do this, Margie. I'm going to change things around from what I just told you during the break. Let's talk about the event coming up right now. Let's do that right now because you say we want to have people locally know, and there's folks, most people in the Verde Valley have never been out to Rainbow Acres and don't know what a little jewel that we've got right here in our Verde Valley. So let's talk about this. Coming up on the October 26th, it'll be a Saturday, 9 to 12, the Rainbow Acres Friends and Family Fun Fair. I love that. Annual open house and craft sale is going to be all kinds of things going on. Let's talk about that. It's going to be a big day, a big event.
It's going to be a big day and a big event. The day before, on Friday, families of the ranchers will be there for their own open house.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, we open up to the public.
Okay.
And on that day, we have a big craft sale. All of our weaving products and all of our weaving studios, amazing. And all of our ranchers have been working very hard in their crews to increase the stock, if you will, of the items that we will have for sale. And we have the stepping stones, which is our signature craft. We have the weaving studio, as I said. We have ruanas, which are a beautiful shawl-like, only a little bigger than a shawl. We have shawls, we have scarves, we have placemats and rugs, and little mug rugs, which are coasters, and mug rugs, woven. And we have beautiful fancy glass pieces and beaded hangings and just all kinds of beautiful things. And fine arts.
Now,
yes.
These items are created by the ranchers?
Absolutely.
These are donated?
No, they're all created.
Combination of that. Okay.
They're all created by the ranchers.
Extraordinary.
What's donated is the raw materials to make the items.
Okay.
We can use sheets and Levi's particularly, and yarn for the weaving studio, for instance. We have 3 different places in the Phoenix area that donate stained glass for various of our crafts, the stepping stones and some of the glassware products. And so we can use donations, but that's not really what this is about. This is about asking people to come out and see what it is that our ranchers do and hopefully purchase some items. They can come out and do some holiday shopping. I had a lady come out last year and she said, "Oh, from now on I'm coming here for my Christmas shopping." She was thrilled with the items.
It's terrific, the scale of what's there. I'm going to kind of hold up for our TV viewers. Just it looks like just some photos of some of the crafts you're talking about. So our TV folks can get a shot at that. The radio viewers, you can VerdeValleyTV.com, take a look at our also televised program here today and get a look at what's happening. Best way to do it's going to be on the 26th.
Right, and at our Fine Arts Studio there will be actual paintings for sale, the Fine Arts paintings that have been done by ranchers with some instruction from Marlis Mallet and Michael Redhawk, who donate their time as professional artists to come out twice a week and help our ranchers create these beautiful oil paintings. They're just lovely. And those will be for sale, and we also will have tiles and coasters that are made from some of the paintings that will be for sale as well. Awesome. Beautiful things. And there'll be demonstrations of what they do there.
The houses will be open. Yes. The residences where the ranchers live will be open. And there will always be somebody that wants to show you their house and their room and where they live. And so you can do a sneak peek, so to speak, come out and see what Rainbow is really all about. And if you'd like more information about Rainbow, then call us for a tour or come out for one of our Promising Futures event.
Okay. Let me understand. The Promising Futures is kind of, Margie, you described it kind of as a presentation.
It's a presentation.
And then maybe the best way to think about it is for a tour to be a little bit of a separate thing, or? Probably
better to have the tour separate, yes.
Okay.
You can call us at 567-5231, set up a tour. It really takes a good hour and a half to take a good tour of Rainbow Acres and see it all.
The bottom line is there's no shortage of ways to find out more about Rainbow Acres.
And at our open house, people will also have the opportunity to go out and see our Tetra program, which is our barn and a horse arena. And there's going to be 2 special presentations that morning at 9:30 and 10:45. Beware the Dragon. It's going to be a little demonstration of what the ranchers can do horseback. That's going to be very exciting.
Beware the Dragon.
Beware the Dragon.
Okay.
The Rainbow Dragon.
We'll keep that somewhat mysterious. It sounds like an interesting piece of what's going to happen.
And the Tetra program got a real boost from the Verde Valley community a couple years ago because we had a fundraising event out at Blazing M for a barn raising, and it was a very successful event, and the community rallied behind us and raised the $45,000 or $50,000 necessary to get that
gorgeous
project
barn. Oh, it's just beautiful.
Terrific.
It's all completed, and it's just a beautiful thing.
All this and more will be on display coming up on that. Call for a tour. Again, that number is 567-5231. RainbowAcres.com online. Again, no shortage of way to get in touch with these folks. Find out more about Rainbow Acres. We'll do that. We'll learn even more after our short break. Gary Wagner and Margie Beach from Rainbow Acres in Camp Verde. We're back right after this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Daddy, I'm gonna find you.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/therightseat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
when you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it! I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to the program. Again today from Rainbow Acres in Camp Verde, Gary Wagner and Margie Beach. I'm going to give the address, 2120 West Reservation Loop Road, easy to find. A little ways down the road. Tiny little drive down the road off the interstate there. 567-5231, rainbowacres.com to find out more. We chatted during the break, as so many have. Rainbow Acres, you've really grasped the computer age and the technological age, Facebook and whatnot.
We're working at it.
You mentioned, Margie, let's share with the audience what you're telling me during the break about some special features on the Facebook page.
We have a very active Facebook page, post 2-3 times a week, and there is information and pictures and all kinds of good stuff on there. We'd love for people to come and like our Facebook page.
Sure.
And also on our website at www.rainbowacres.com. It's a great place to go, and on our homepage there's a great video that's just about a 7-minute virtual tour of Rainbow Acres Ranch, and you can see what we're talking about a little bit, get your appetite whetted for what you're going to see on the 26th, hopefully. And on that page, it also will keep you up to date on what's going on at the ranch. And we have lots of things going on. We have our Fine Arts Series concerts almost every month.
Yep.
With people come out and do concerts for us. I want to also mention that on the Saturday, October 26th, Don Goddard is going to be there with his menagerie of kind of rare and unusual animals, a llama, an emu, a dwarf goat, some fun things. And we'll have hot dogs grilled, and Beeler's homemade ice cream truck is going to be there for us.
And the dragon, what did you call it?
Beware the Dragon.
Beware the Dragon. I'm very intrigued by what that is. So
and that will be built up on our Facebook page as well. So please become a friend of our Facebook page, and you can.
You're selling the sizzle here today. This is great radio because you're getting me intrigued, and I think our listeners as well. There maybe has never been a better time to find out more about Rainbow Acres. You can do that online to really kick the tires, as it were. Here comes a great event to come out and find out more. Meet these folks. Most importantly, meet the ranchers. Gary, you said they'll want to take you on a little tour. Here's what I did. It shows such, I know the ranchers have such pride in their home, their workspaces, and things they do like this.
They do.
And there's just no better way to come out and get a good feeling. That's what'll happen as well. The Friends and Family Fun Fair. Friends and Family Fun Fair, there I said it better. The annual open house craft sale coming up on the 26th of October. This will be kind of 9 to noon. Ranch tours, the things that Margie and Gary have been talking about on our program here today. Guys, it's always fun to have you come in the studio.
Thank you.
It just makes me feel good to talk about Rainbow Acres and what you've dedicated your lives to out there. So we appreciate what you do and what the showpiece that you have here in the Verde Valley. Again, online, rainbowacres.com. The phone number is 567-5231. Rainbow Acres in Camp Verde. It's countywide. We'll see you next time.
This has been Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Listen in each Tuesday and Thursday as we tackle the hot topics and talk to the decision makers across Yavapai County. That's Countywide with Brad Miller and Paul David each Tuesday and Thursday on this Yavapai Broadcasting station.